Hi community. After my last video about where we're going to invest in the education of our children or in the technological development of AI system, thought, hey, why not use the technology we have today? And I use here the free ChatGPT from the company OpenAI and not Microsoft ChatGPT API. And I had a chat with ChatGPT about the follow-on correlation between youth unemployment and academic education in a nation, about the correlation between youth suicide rate and a traditional promotion scheme in JBols. And if you know JBols, you know that I'm talking here about the country with the highest educational level on this globe. I compare then, no, not I, ChatGPT compares the cost of an AI implementation in industry to the cost of hiring young people, reducing youth unemployment. We talk about social and economic factors of unrest and discuss, ChatGPT comes up with a list of 10 governmental actions for a state of equilibrium. We talk about future investments in AI or in human education. And ChatGPT illuminates here the corporate investments versus the investments by society. And then I asked ChatGPT for its opinion on some current actions by Microsoft regarding safety and social impact. Just want to tell you that I use here no role prompting, so I do not ask AI to answer from the perspective of a highly educated professor of economy or economical studies or psychology or whatever. It is just the pure, naked ChatGPT AI intelligence that we have. And I will restrict myself to my authentic voice of asking in simple terms, with one exception, and I will tell you when I make an exception, and I will explain to you why. So this is a real-world test where we discuss, can we have a conversation with ChatGPT in a professional way about youth unemployment? And we have a benchmark. Is it better than we would discuss with a politician? So here we go. We talk about the situation in South Korea, where young people have an extremely developed educational background but do not find a job in their business conglomerates, known as JBols. Now, those JBols have a dominant force in the South Korean economy, but a business structure that emphasizes loyalty and seniority-based promotion. So young people hardly have any chance to find a job over there. Now, as a result, many young people in South Korea are turning to alternative career paths, entrepreneurship, working for smaller, more innovative companies. This shift toward a more diverse and dynamic job market is seen as a positive development, as it encourages innovation and creativity, but also highlights the need for JBols to adapt to changing times and demographic. However, there is a tension between the traditional business structure of JBols and the young generation. And unfortunately, the young generation in South Korea has a very high suicide rate, among the highest in the developed world. And there are several factors, including academic pressure, job insecurity, social isolation. The pressure to succeed academically is particularly intense in South Korea, with many young people spending long hours studying. Now, it is difficult to find stable employment. You have job insecurity and unemployment. You have financial stress, hopelessness, and this increases the risk of suicide. Many young people feel disconnected from their families, from their communities, and it can make it very difficult to form strong social connection. So, if now these old traditional JBols implement brand new AI technology to increase their productivity instead of hiring young people, what does it mean? Now, first, the risk of exacerbating the problem of unemployment and job insecurity among young people in South Korea, yes, there is a risk. And if those old companies turn to AI systems to perform tasks that were done previously by human workers, this could lead to a further decrease in the demand of human labor, particularly among the human generation who may have less experience and fewer connection in industry. If those chaebols prioritize the use of AI system over human labor, this could limit the opportunities for young people in the market. There are some existing power structures and social inequalities that will be manifested if those chaebols use AI system, and it will not break up and enable younger, more diverse voices to be heard, especially in the decision making of those companies. Now, for the chaebols, those have positive effects: increase efficiency, productivity, and profitability. So now, if we have the situation where those chaebols create a lot of corporate profits and paying taxes, how is this now if you want to change those deeply rooted tradition in the South Korean society? Can you list about 10 immediate actions for the government of South Korea to implement, and what should Korean students do next? And here, ChatGPT, as you can see, thinks a little bit slowly, but also comes up with those solutions. So at first, it says create incentives for companies to hire and train young people, such as tax breaks or subsidies for providing apprenticeships or internships. Encourage the development on small and medium-sized enterprises that may be more open to hiring young people and providing them with opportunities for growth and development. Increase the investment in education and vocational training programs that focus on developing the skills and knowledge that are in demand in the modern workforce. Provide support for entrepreneurship and innovation, funding for startups, access to mentorship, networking opportunities. Encourage the adoption of flexible work arrangement, remote work, flexible work schedules. Be more attractive to young workers. Promote diversity and inclusion in the corporate sectors, such as through the implementation of quotas and action policies. Increase the wage level and provide better protection for workers. Number 8. Encourage the development of new industry and new sectors that may be more attractive to young people, such as the creative industry or sustainable technologies. Develop programs to address mental health and well-being among young people, including support for those who are struggling with academic or career-related stress. Create a national task force or advisory board to explore new and innovative ways of addressing the issue of youth unemployment and job insecurity in South Korea. This is amazing. South Korea is one of the highest educated young workforce, and they are fighting with this old, encrusted, traditional way of business ideas in those old conglomerations. Unbelievable. Okay, we go on. What a student. Develop a broad range of skill and knowledge. They study till midnight every day. Seek opportunities for internship and apprenticeship in industries. Well, ChatGPT crashed here. I know I was on the fringe, but no problem. We just generate the response and on we go. So here, number 1, again, invest in education and in training programs. Second, promote the development of more flexible work arrangement. Increase the funding for mental health services and suicide prevention program. 4, expand affordable housing. 5, increase funding for research and development, renewable energy, sustainable transportation. 6, encourage the growth of small and medium businesses. 7, promote greater transparencies of chaebols, especially the hiring practice. 8, increase funding for programs that promote entrepreneurship. For students, again, seek out internships, develop strong professional networks, volunteer for organization, engage with peers, explore opportunities to work for small and medium-sized businesses. 9, participate in mentorship programs. And 10, stay informed about development in emerging industries. Wow. So now I ask, hey, if you take now the cost of implementing those new AI system and you compare to the cost of humans, if you hire humans, what is the cost structure? And ChatGPT comes up with 4 structures for AI investment: development cost, implementation cost, maintenance cost, and data and storage cost. And they say, well, once the system has been developed, the cost associated with implementing it in the organization, training staff, integrating the system in the existing technology, everything we loved last time we integrated SAP in our corporate structure. You have the maintaining costs, ongoing maintenance, ensure the system continues to function properly over time. And of course, you need huge of training data from your corporation, from your company. So you have additional costs to create those data, format those data, and require additional data storage and processing capabilities for the data and for the pre-training and fine-tuning. On the other hand, if you hire 10 new people, you have recruitment cost, the training cost, because those new employees would be trained in the company processes and system. 3, salary and benefit cost. You need to pay those 10 employees a salary, which could be some significant expense item. You have overheads. You have to provide office space, equipment. And ChatGPT says you have high upfront cost for an AI, but however, over time, the system may be more cost effective than hiring and paying 10 new employees. Because this AI system can work around the clock without any breaks, without vacation time, and it can handle a high volume of tasks. AI systems can learn, improve over time, become more efficient, and maybe new employees may take more time to ramp up their knowledge. Not bad, ChatGPT. So I say, then implementing those AI systems in the chaebols will worsen the current unemployment situation for young professionals in South Korea, and in consequence for all developed nations, every nation in Europe too. And AI tells us it's possible that implementing several AI systems in the chaebols would worsen the current unemployment situation for young professionals in South Korea and other developed nations, depending on how strongly integrated those AI systems are. But if those ChatGPT systems are used to replace a large number of human employees, then this could certainly lead to an increased unemployment. However, if the systems are used to augment human employees, they may actually create new job opportunities. Yes, of course, so the pro and the con. And then goes on and says, hey, but just know, this is just not limited to South Korea or other developed nations. This is a global issue for all nations on this planet. So in order to mitigate the potential negative impact of AI on employment, government and businesses may need to take proactive steps to invest in education and training programs to help workers develop the skills they need to adapt to a changing job markets. But the humans have to adapt to the machines. The impact of AI on employment is a complex and multifaceted issue that will require careful consideration and proactive measures from government and businesses to ensure that the benefits of those technologies are shared fairly. So I ask him point blank, so you are pro AI integration? And he says it should be carefully evaluated on a case-by-case basis, but a ChatGPT system can offer significant benefits in terms of efficiency and productivity. There are also concerns about their potential impact on employment and the need to ensure that workers are equipped with the skills they need to adapt to a changing job market. So, careful consideration of those factors with a view towards ensuring that the benefits of those technologies are shared fairly and equitably among all members of society. So, well, what a surprise that our AI system has a slight inclination pro-AI. So I asked him, hey, what other perspectives do you have except the technological and the employment perspective? And ChatGPT comes back, economy. If we have increased competition through AI tech, we have lower prices for consumers. And this can also widen the income gap between those who benefit from AI technology and those who are displaced by it. The ethical perspective. You have bias, discrimination, privacy and security risks, and the potential for an AI to be used for harmful purposes. Surveillance and weaponization. Environmental impact. AI could reduce carbon emission, could improve energy efficiency in industry. You might have legal issues such as intellectual property rights. You have liabilities for damages caused by AI systems and the need for new laws and regulation to govern the use of those AI technology. And you have a cultural perspective where we as a society may have to change the way we work and interact with each other and raise questions about the role of technology in our society and our relationship with this new AI technology. And I say, okay, can you please detail here what you say about reduced carbon emission? And ChatGPT goes, oh, sure, energy management in buildings, in industrial facilities. We have energy consumption, the occupancy levels. I can predict future energy demands and help to reduce energy waste and improve efficiency. For power grids, I can predict energy demand, identify potential failure, and adjust in time. Transportation, optimize traffic flow, reduce congestion, reduce fuel consumption and emission from vehicle, optimize the routing of delivery vehicles in a city, reduce the distance traveled, use to optimize industrial processing by identifying areas of waste and inefficiency, predicting maintenance need. And I say, okay, so this AI have to be able to control everything. And ChatGPT does not go for this trick and says, no. It must be controlled by humans, and therefore it is ultimately humans who are responsible for the decision made by AI systems. AI can provide recommendations and prediction, but it is up to human to make the final decision based on those insights. AI can help optimize energy use and reduce carbon emission, but it is up to the humans to ensure that these systems are used in a responsible and sustainable way. And then I try to influence him. I provide him from new information from today, from an article from TechCrunch, and I leave you this information in the description. And I say, what do you think about this? And as you can see, this is here the information that Microsoft decided to let go of its ethics team because, say, 1% of market share it could pry from Google would result in a 2 billion increase in annual revenues. And ChatGPT comes back. The decision by Microsoft to lay off the ethics and society team dedicated to guiding AI innovation towards ethical, responsible, and sustainable outcomes is concerning. The move indicates that Microsoft may be more focused on getting its AI product shipped before the competition, rather than ensuring that responsible AI principles are reflected in the designs of the products that are shipped. This can have serious consequences for society, especially in the context of the increasing use of AI systems in everyday life. It goes on, yes. The move also suggests that Microsoft might be prioritizing short-term profits over long-term societal consequences. While every 1% of market share it could pry from Google would result in a 2 billion in annual revenues, this must be balanced against potential societal consequences and legal ramification. It is important for company like Microsoft to prioritize responsible AI design principles and ensure that AI technologies are used in a way that benefits society as a whole. I mean, not bad for an AI system criticizing Microsoft. I love it. Overall, the elimination of the ethics and society team dedicated to guiding AI innovation towards ethical, responsible, and sustainable outcomes raises concerns about Microsoft's commitment to ensuring that responsible AI principles are reflected in the design of products that are shipped. It is important for companies to prioritize responsible AI design principles and ensure that AI technologies are used in a way that benefits society as a whole, rather than prioritizing short-term profits. Hey, hey, Microsoft, now you hear it from ChatGPT. Unbelievable. So what do you think? Is this a conversation you could have with another human being on this topic? I think ChatGPT is doing rather well.